Mute swan management in New York State. Mute swans are the largest birds in New York, with an average adult weight of 20 to 25 pounds and a wingspan of nearly 7 feet. This species measures 125 to 170 centimeters, or 49 to 67 inches in length. This big swan is white with an orange beak outlined in black. As indicated by their name, this species is not very vocal. They will, however, grunt, snort, or hiss to communicate, especially if threatened. Mute swans are a non-native, invasive species that many people enjoy seeing despite the variety of problems they cause. These problems include aggressive behavior towards people, destruction of submerged aquatic vegetation, displacement of native wildlife species, degradation of water quality, and potential hazards to aviation. A group called the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, also known as the DEC, has created a plan using non-lethal management techniques. The DEC created a three-part plan to conserve the mute swans. Part 1 of the plan focuses on public education and outreach to increase awareness of the potential negative impacts of mute swans. The second part of the plan focuses on the responsible possession and care of the mute swans. Lastly, DEC will take a regionalized approach to the hands-on management of the feral mute swans that recognizes the social and ecological differences between upstate and downstate. Downstate, where mute swans have existed in a wild state for many decades, DEC will work with cooperators conducting non-lethal mute swan control activities to minimize population growth in that region. Upstate, where the range expansion and introduction is more recent, DEC will be proactive to mitigate the environmental impact of feral mute swans by preventing range expansion and reducing or stabilizing the overall population over the next 6 years. Their plan also seeks to control, not eliminate, swans within New York State. They also promise to possess, transport, transfer, and release mute swans. In the year 2008, there was a midsummer survey. A total of 2,624 mute swans were counted in New York. Nearly 80% of the totally counted came from the Long Island area. 13% came from the Hudson Valley region, and the other 7% came from Western and Central New York. In 2008, swan counts were considerably higher than in 2005, and the mute swan population in New York has increased significantly since the 1980s. This is just another example of how the mute swan population has increased, meaning more problems are going to start affecting people. These people are not aware of what the mute swans are doing to them, so they fight for the swans to have a safe home and not be eliminated. The people are right in believing that mute swans should be protected by our government, not slaughtered. What people don't know is that mute swans have already been protected by the help of the Environmental Conservation Law, or the ECL. If the public became more educated by the DEC, maybe they would understand the dangers of mute swans better and agree with the DEC about not eliminating, but simply controlling the population of mute swans so that people and swans are both protected.